Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Sian. I've got a chatty update for you today, and that's why I haven't bothered doing my makeup or anything. Figured you can take me as you find me today. Oh, I've lost my watch. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of have a little update. I didn't upload as much as I would have liked to in May and as much as I normally do, and that's purely because I genuinely just wasn't feeling it for May. I don't really know what's been up. We've had a lot of kind of stressful things going on, and I'm not sure I was in the best place, in all honesty. And now that I'm not there, I can kind of see that I really wasn't that happy. And generally, if I don't upload to Instagram or YouTube or social media, you can kind of gauge from that I'm not particularly in a great place. I don't really know why. Like I said, my daughter had some mental health appointments, which were her first ones, and that was quite stressful for me and quite emotionally draining. And so we've had two of those, and she has now been discharged, which is good. And hopefully we're going to keep building her confidence and things. It's just about her kind of loving herself a bit more and realising she's not a hideous human being, which is what she seems to think she is. And I've done videos before on kind of how to raise children's self-confidence. I'll link those here. But that's obviously hard as a parent, to see your child suffering, or to see your child unhappy, or to see them just not being themselves. But we did have a really nice break together as a family. We went to Northumberland, and although the weather was appalling, we had a really nice time. I've got two videos from that coming up later this month for you all, so hopefully you'll enjoy watching those. There's one from the Farne Islands which was just spectacular. So in terms of kind of family, we've had a bit of a stressful-ish time. And my husband changed jobs, and I don't think he's been particularly happy in his new job, so that's obviously, like, it just filters down. And I'm not particularly happy running the B&B, and I just go through phases where I like it and phases where I absolutely hate it. And so I'm kind of in a hating phase at the moment, which is obviously really hard because my job is the B&B, and that's the only reason we live in this house. It's not our house. So it's all very difficult. There's an awful lot riding on it. We couldn't afford to live in this area if we weren't running this. But it's a huge thing, and it takes such a toll on the family, and I'm so aware that the kids miss out on mine and my husband's time, which ultimately is the most precious thing that I can give them, is me. Obviously I'm here for them during the week with school and stuff, but at the weekends I have to be doing the B&B, and that's really difficult for them, and I miss out on a lot. But it's kind of weighing it up, because if we lived in our old house, then I would have a full-time job and I wouldn't be able to pick them up from school and drop them off. And you know, it's just a constant kind of battle and trying to work out what's right for them, what's right for us. So I've been struggling with the B&B. I think I do this every year when we get really busy, because we get really busy. I suddenly realise I actually haven't had a day off in like 8 weeks, and that's when I'm like at the point that I get to. What I should be doing is realising this happens every year and taking a day off, because that's what a normal person would do. But I think because we had the Easter holidays, and then we literally had a 4-week term here, so then it was a half term again. So it was like I never really got into the swing of things in between, and I didn't take a day off in between. So in fact it's been longer that I've not had a day off. So it's been a very long time, and it's very hard when you work in the house that is a B&B, and when you work from home, to take a day off and be at home. You kind of have to get out, and sometimes when you're feeling, you don't want to get out. So it's this kind of cycle of like doom, and a cycle of doom is actually really hard to get out of. So I am feeling better now. I'm feeling more confident and in myself and in my abilities in what I do, because obviously this job is a job where I get judged. The B&B is a job where I get judged, and judged possibly sometimes unfairly. So both of those are quite hard. I don't think I'm the kind of person who likes being judged. What can I do? Yeah, I don't want to give either job up, I don't think. I mean, I'd love to give the B&B job up, but I don't have enough money to run the house or live in the house. So yeah, but blogging and vlogging I actually really enjoy, and although sometimes my views are like ridiculously low or my Instagram likes are really low, I have to find a way of me not taking my self-worth from those numbers, and I think I've got into a bad situation where I am taking my self-worth from numbers that are not great. So I'm basically just giving like a psychoanalysis of myself here. I feel like this is a proper good therapy session. I'm going to come out of this and just be like, I feel better. What else can I update you on? So B&B has been busy, updated on that. My son, I got his letter about secondary school the other day. I'm not ready for that at all, at all. He doesn't start till next September, but because we've got selective schools in the area, so we've got the grammar schools, so if he's going to be doing the tests he has to sit it this September. So yeah, I'm just gonna put my fingers in my ears and go la 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 and pretend I don't have a nearly secondary school age child, because I'll be honest, that creeps me out. It's quite grown up. I'm not old enough for this. Also, a funny update, although it wasn't funny at the time. Last weekend I was at the swimming pool where my daughter does karate, and I turned around really fast and I smacked my knee so hard, and I smacked it so hard that I passed out. I smacked my knee so hard I passed out. Luckily I hit it really, really hurt. I couldn't even scream or anything because it hurt that much. I literally just went and this man kind of looked at me a bit weird, but then I thought, hang on, I'm actually going to be sick. So I went straight to the toilet and got in the cubicle, and then basically I woke up. I don't know how much later, but a little while later I woke up having fallen asleep, passed out in the toilet cubicle at the swimming pool. Only would happen to me. My life is full of these things that would only happen to me. Nobody else hits a knee and passes out. It's not a normal thing to do. Though I have found out it's a thing. Apparently there's a nerve like right under your knee that if you hit it you do pass out. So yeah, that happened. Also, another update I can give you is that I'm waiting for another MRI on my hip. I know I've mentioned it before, and I think that probably gets me down a bit because it hurts, and obviously if something hurts a lot of the time you're going to feel a bit pants about it. It hasn't hurt as much in the last couple of weeks, but I don't know, it goes through phases. It did a massive click earlier, but I'm having a special MRI, an arithmogram, I can't say it. It's one where they're going to inject dye into the joint, so they have to use an x-ray to find the right, make sure the needle's in the right place, but to inject the dye into my hip, and then I go in for an MRI, and then the dye highlights the kind of cartilage and things like that within my hip, because what they think I've done is torn the cartilage in my hip. If I have, I don't actually really know what the answer is. I'm hoping it's a really simple operation or something that I can do, but obviously with doing the job I'm doing and with having bookings till December, I can't do that till January, I guess. So I know that I'm going to have to be in pain till January. If it's not what they think it is, then who knows, who knows. It's a frustration because obviously my job is really physical. I have to do lots of turning, twisting, bending, lifting stuff, and it's kind of constant on your feet. So from that point of view, having a dodgy hip is not great. Also from the point of view of being 37 and having a dodgy hip, it's also not great. Also, the fact that I probably did it myself through doing loads of hip workouts when I was really into fitness is not great. Yeah, just all a bit frustrating. The plus side with hitting my knee so hard, my knee used to hurt, and now I think I might have fixed my knee. I could maybe start offering that on the NHS, just smacking people with a metal pole in their knee. Fix mine. Yeah, I probably shouldn't talk about smacking people in knees with metal poles. So maybe this is the point where I should say goodbye. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you soon. Alright, bye.